Back and forth over the arrest and Mirandizing of the Christmas Day bomb plot suspect won't go away. National correspondent Catherine Herridge reports the fires were stoked again over the weekend.
The White House counterterrorism advisor John Brennan stirred the pot on Sunday.
I'm tiring of politicians using national security issues such as terrorism as a political football. They're going out there, they're unknowing of the facts, and they're making charges and allegations that are not anchored in reality.
Brennan said 4 senior Republicans, the Senate and House minority leaders, as well as the ranking members of the intelligence committees were briefed Christmas night on the attempted bombing of Flight 253, specifically that the 23-year-old Nigerian Abdul Muttalib was in FBI custody.
They knew that in FBI custody means that there's a process then you follow as far as Mirandizing and presenting him in front of a magistrate. None of those individuals raised any concerns with me at that point.
With snow stranding lawmakers out of town, the Republicans responded via press release. Senator McConnell's office said Brennan, quote, is clearly trying to shift the focus away from their bad decisions. Senator Bond said Brennan never told me of any plans to Mirandize the Christmas Day bomber. On the House side, the minority leader's spokesman said the call was, quote, short with little detail. Reached by phone in Michigan, the ranking Republican on House Intelligence said Brennan was in the wrong.
His credibility now has been blown. He's gone out and he's questioned the integrity of leading members of Congress, and we all have the same, memory of what happened that night.
A Republican analyst says lawmakers were told by the Obama administration in August suspects would be treated on a case-by-case basis.
So how are these senators and congressmen supposed to divine from John Brennan's vague conversations with them that they was being Mirandized? This just doesn't make sense.
On holding the 9/11 trials in New York, the president told CBS News over the weekend it is still an option, but
if you've got a city that is saying no, and a police department that's saying no, and a mayor that's saying no, that makes it difficult.
Peter King is a senior Republican congressman from New York.
My understanding is Eric Holder is the one, the Attorney General. He is the one who is resisting the president, and he wants to continue to have the trials in New York. The president should step in once and for all, saying the trials are not going to be in New York.
Today, New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg said he is skeptical that the federal government would come through with the funding to cover the projected cost of $1 billion for the trials over a 5-year period. Mayor Bloomberg, who initially backed the administration's position to try the 9/11 case in a New York federal court, recently said he wanted the trials moved because of the cost and the disruption, Brett.
The story seems to have a lot of legs.
It's got a lot of legs.
Okay, Catherine, thank you.
You're welcome.